Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be starting with a series of videos for this game in which I'm going to be trying to let you guys know everything that you need to know about the core mechanics of the game. Today we are starting with equipment, then we are going to be moving on to other things like different characters. Like I already created a couple of guides for where to put your dupes, which is really important to know, especially at the beginning of the game. And then we're going to be going for team building, how to complete certain type of content in the game, and all of that, right? So let's go here first with equipment today, and pretty much, I just want to let you know, guys, how everything works here in this game. And as you know, as in any other gacha, whenever it comes to equipment, you would have like a lower tier of equipment that is going to be like gray, like this color, right? Then it will be moving up to green, then it's going to be blue, then goes to purple, then gold, and then the last one is going to be red. All you need to know is, because at the end of the day, the equipment that you're going to be using is either going to be gold or red, right? You don't really want to be using anything that is not one of those two. When it comes to gold gear, keep in mind that they come with 3 stats, right? When you see one of these artifacts, one of these equipments, they come with 3 stats, and um, when you level these up, it is not always guaranteed that this piece is going to roll an additional stat down here, right? Sometimes the piece will just roll all of the 3 different stats here, because the way that the game works is that it checks everyone, right, and it tries to roll the existing one, right, and the last one that is not unlocked, right, if you never, if you would never hit that one, then it would never unlock anything new, but would only roll on the ones that are available. A quick demonstration of this is this one, right? It did roll 4 times, right? But it went all the way 2 for speed, 2 for attack, and since it never tried to roll the last one, then it never unlocked a 4th one. But this one did indeed unlock a 4th one, so then you miss a little bit of stats here. This one as well, unlock another one, then you again miss a couple of stats, right? So that's how it works, right? One more thing important for you guys to know is that there is 3 pieces of gear that has fixed stats, right? Your the helmet is going to always be flat attack, gloves will always be HP, and your boots were always going to be flat defense, right? But when it comes to the other pieces of gear, we can check here with the Blasmic. And for example, if we see the chest piece, it comes with attack, defense, and HP in percentage, and then speed, right? So it's only 4 stats. It doesn't have any flat stats. It doesn't have any stupid things that would make you super hard to build your characters, right? When it comes to the cloak, it's the same 3 basic stacks in percentage, and then crit rate and crit damage, right? So here is a piece where you are going to be most of the time rolling crit rate or crit damage, or probably HP or defense, depending if you're building a support character, right? And when it comes to the pants, then you have attack, defense, and HP. So here, normally you would choose one of these 3, and then the other 2 are effect hit and effect resistance, which are going to be mostly for your support characters. You want your support characters to have a lot of effect resistance, so that they don't die so easy in PvP, especially, right? But yeah, this is the way that it works for the stats. Again, for the sub stats, then it's a combination of everything that is available in the game. So you pretty much can get flat attack, flat defense, flat HP, speed, attack percentage, defense percentage, HP percentage, crit rate, crit damage, effect, effect hit, or effect resistance, right? So you can roll all of those stats as a substat, with the only condition that if this piece already has flat attack on the top, it cannot have flat attack in the bottom. It wouldn't work, right? The same goes here. If you got a piece here with a speed, then it cannot roll a speed again down in the bottom. So that's the way that is going to work for equipment, right? Now, how to get equipment, where to get equipment, what can you do so that you can improve your characters and get the equipment as fast as possible. So let's go with that first, right? If you're new to the game and you just started playing, what you should be doing is going to the events. You would have this event here available, right? Is hoping that there is going to be another event like this available again. So probably you will be able to get a set of gear there, but you will be able to buy an entire set of crit rate gear here. So it's 2 sets that you can get, right? And all you have to do is just play the game and spend your stamina. And then once you spend your stamina, every time that you spend your stamina, you get points. And then those points can be used to exchange for these pieces of gear. And as you can see, it is completely possible for you to clear the entire shop without any problems. So definitely can be done. Okay. So this is the first set of gear that you're going to be using. 2 pieces, again, 2 sets. So what I did and what I recommend you to do is that you should be building an entire set. So you just put all 6 pieces into one of your DPS, right? Your main DPS, and then use the other pieces to put it on your other characters, just so that they can have at least a 2-piece set. That's the next thing that we need to talk about, and it's about how the sets work. I think that we can see it here, right? But when it comes to the attack set, you only need 2 pieces to complete the set, and then you get attack percentage. So then, Highlander, what happens if I use all 6 pieces of attack? Would I only get 2-piece set of attack percent? Nope. Then in that case, you'll be getting 3 times the same fed bonus, because that's the way it works, right? If you have 2 pieces, you complete 1 set. If you add 4 more pieces, then it's another set. 2 more pieces, then there's the 3rd set. So you would have a total of 45% attack increase if you're using full attack sec on your character. So that's how it works when it comes to that, right? And it's the same for all other pieces of set. So this one is crit rate, so it's going to be 3 sets of crit rate. This one HP, 3 sets of HP. This one is defense, 3 sets of defense. And then here the things change a little bit, because for a speed set you need 4 pieces for it to be activated. So you can have 4 pieces of a speed set, and then you can have 2 pieces of crit rate, for example, right? Then after that, we have crit damage as well. Only you need 4 pieces for it to give you the bonus of 40% crit damage. And then you can use 2 pieces of crit rate, right? That would be the perfect combination when it comes to for a DPS, right? And then we have effect hit, that is only 2 pieces. And then we have effect resistance, that is 2 pieces as well, right? So only the speed set and the crit damage set have a 4-piece requirement, which is really important for you to know. Something else as well, as you can see, is that you can come here and you can craft pieces of gear. You can do this 4 times a week completely free, plus what you can get when you get the battle pass as well, right? The free battle pass will give you like a couple more that you can craft as well. And the most important thing is that you need to craft these things, right? Because if you craft this ring here, it would allow you to then, if I say I need a speed set, and let's say that I need a chest piece with a speed, so then I can do that, right? So long as I have these and these, which are completely free to play, you can get this again for a week, that you can get completely free to play. So don't worry about that, right? And then you can come here and craft the specific piece of gear that you want with the specific main stat that you want. And then after that, it all depends on the substats, right? And then this other one here would allow you to re-roll the different substats that you got on your piece. It doesn't mean that it's going to change the substats for different substats. No, what it's going to do is that if you already got a piece that is completely perfect, you have all the stats that you want. You have attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, and speed, right? You already have all the stats that you want. Then, but maybe it rolled and everything went to attack percentage, and you were like, I wanted attack percentage to be there, but I didn't want it to roll that. I wanted to roll like a speed plus crit damage or a speed plus crit rate. So then you can use one of this and then immediately re-roll your piece again, and then all the stats will be reallocated. How you do that? So you can come here to the screen, right? We go to a piece that you want to re-roll. Like for example, I want to re-roll this piece. I want this piece to roll better. I want it to roll crit rate and crit damage, right? Or maybe I can roll this one here because I want this character to have more crit rate and more speed, right? So I can click here where it says reroll, right? And so long as I have the coin, I can use it, and then it is not immediately going to reroll your piece, right? That's something else that is really, really good. It doesn't immediately locks you into rerolling the piece. You can select which one you want to keep. You can keep the old one, or you can go with the new one. So you don't lose anything if you try to do this. Again, this game is really good. It doesn't really punish you a lot, right? And I do like and enjoy that about this game. This game, in my opinion, is really, 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 really good. When it comes to where to get equipment, again, because we already spoke about that you can go to the event and get the first set of gear there. So just don't worry about farming any gear. Just get it from the event, right? And then once you continue to level up a little bit, my recommendation is to go to the domains, right? You can see here the domains. and you can come here to the Trample Garden. Why? Because Trample Garden will give you these materials that you need to increase the talents of your supports, which is going to be super, super important. And then it also gives you the speed set, right? When you are, let's see exactly what level we would need for you to be able to start farming, right? Because it is not recommended to farm any equipment whatsoever at the beginning of the game. So you're not really going to need any of it, aside from the one that you're going to be getting from the event, right? Aside from the one you're getting from the event, you don't really need any other equipment at the beginning of the game. You just use whatever you get, because you're completing any mission or whatever, right? And you just put that on your characters and use your the set that we already spoke about on your main DPS, right? So first time you clear this, it's going to be gray, right? Then green again, then blue, then should be blue again, then it goes to purple, right? So when you are at Kaleido level 6, this should be around 30 to 35 if I'm not wrong, right? When you get to this point, this should be level 30, right? This is 35, this is 40, this is 45, and this is 50, right? So this is level 30, right? As soon as you get to level 30, which is not hard at all, you should be able to get to level 30 in like 2 days, right? So it's very, very fast, right? So you can immediately start getting these purple pieces of gear that you can start using on your characters, but don't level them up. Just complete a set of a speed set for all of your supports, healers, sub DPS, and everything, right? And keep the crit rate set on your DPS. Then once you're level 40, and you can unlock this one that will give you gold pieces of gear, then here is when you need to come and farm. Just farm freely, don't worry about it, because you at least with these things you're going to be needing them a lot. You need to level up the Rememento of your support, you need to level up the what is this called, talents of your support as well. So it is not a loss, it's never a loss. So you just come here, farm, and then you can start leveling up these pieces, because these pieces actually are very, very crazy. You can see here, this is my let me just show you something that it would not impact me on PvP, right? As you can see here, I have pieces level up all the way up, right? And they roll good, right? They get a couple of good rolls. Like for example here, you can see this character has 230 speed, which is actually pretty good. And the reason for that is because the rolls are actually pretty nice. Look at this, 15 speed on this piece, right? Here, this one doesn't have speed. 8 speed here, right? And so yeah, so pretty much that's how you do it, right? That's how you are able to actually get your characters to be stronger, and that's actually the point in which you start to build your characters properly. And also is the moment in which you probably are going to be changing the bad pieces that you got for the crit rate set that you were using, right? And you are going to change your DPS from like you can use your DPS like this, right? Full speed set plus crit rate set, right? This is going to be the best way to build your characters. Actually, everyone is going to be built it with a speed set, but you can also build your characters with crit damage set and just gonna go for a speed on your chest piece, right? So that's how it works. And you would also get some amazing stats as well if you do it this way. So I think that I'm pretty much done with everything that you probably guys are going to be needing. Follow this guy. Make sure that you are equipping your characters correctly, and you will for sure succeed in this game, right? So long as you equip your characters with the correct pieces of gear, you will be good. Something else, I guess, before I leave, is like characters like this one, like for example, that have skills that has a chance to apply a debuff. Whenever a character has these specific type of skills, you definitely want to go for a fat hit on your pants, right? The leg piece, make sure that you're putting them with a fat hit, because it's going to be really, really, really important for the character to be able to work, because the enemies actually have a lot of resistance, and you are going to be missing all the time if you don't have any effect hit on your characters. You probably want to be around 70 to 80%, just to be sure that you're going to be applying the debuffs without any problem. And yeah, guys, that's going to be all. Thank you so much for being here, and see you in the next one. Peace.